In order for you to move a line like this, there was some heavy six figures coming in. To go from -4 to a pick'em, do you know how much money has to come in to swing a line, Skip?
It's
a lot.
Staggering.
Yes!
Yep.
So that's telling me heavy hitters, people that do this for a living, said, oh, you give me 4 points? Give me that.
Oh.
And guess what? The -3, -2, because the home team normally gets -3. So they were saying even with an extra point, the Cowboys are better than the Rams. But somebody came in, somebody or somebody's laid some heavy six figures, taking that 4 in the Rams. And they had to hurry up and move that line because they lost their butt this week, Skip. There are a lot of games that cause people to lose their butts. Your Patriots, your Cowboys on Thanksgiving, the Houston Texans got beat. Tennessee put a number on. So there are a lot that went a long way. Green Bay lost because I think they were giving up 8 to 10. Skip, the pick'em for me. Now, I thought it would probably open up at -1.
Cowboys -1?
Cowboys -1 because they're at home and they have been favored in every game with the exception of the New England game. So I've said, even though the Rams have played better the last couple of weeks, this is still the Cowboys and they're still at home. But when that line zoomed down like it did, that's telling me, Skip, there are a lot of people that bet for a living and they, you know, the thing with bettors now, Skip, they do advanced analytics too. They do their scouting.
Sure.
I'm going with the Rams. I would have taken the head up. Me and Skip Baylor got about 3 or 4 cases on this thing straight up.
How many bands did you plunk down?
I ain't put no bands on that.
I think you influenced this line heavily.
I about to put a little something last week with the Cowboys and over my homeboy. Might have put a rack or 2 on it.
Good to know.
Interesting.
Good to know.
So, traditionally, and most people get this, they open these lines way in favor of the Dallas Cowboys because so many people tend to jump on America's team, you know, and just blindly bet America's team. So they try to encourage you to bet on the opponent.
Right.
But in this case, as I always tell you, I try to guess the point spread before I see or hear what the point spread is.
Right.
I thought because the Rams are suddenly so hot, I thought they should be a 1 or 2 point favorite going to Dallas. That's what I thought it should be. It opened at, some sites had it as much as 4.5.
Okay.
So 4 Fox bet. And plunging to 0 to pick 'em is, as you say, it's significant.
Yes.
And I am very happy this is happening because I am sick and tired of my team being a prohibitive favorite in all of these games, except the New England game, which, by the way, they covered at New England because it was 13-9.
Right.
They were 6.5 point dogs. But in this case, I love this because it's time to fish or cut bait here. This is shaming my team. This is the public scrambling and screaming, you're a bunch of overrated frauds. They're getting shamed publicly with this point spread because people are saying, you got no shot against this team. We can't get enough money on it fast enough.
Right.
And I love that for my team right here, right now, because it's time to either get exposed as a fraud or get exposed as what I thought they were, which is a really good football team.
Hey, frauds.
Yeah.
But Skip, you know, if you are a for real bettor, it's hard for me to believe they have favorite teams because they can never bet with their heart. Everything has to be strategic. It has to be a head bet. Hard bet gets you bankrupt. It gets you divorced. It gets you living on Skid Row. That'll get you betting with your heart. So you got to be like, oh, I just love the Cowboys. Let me lay 500,000 on them because I like them. That's not how bettors bet. Fans, that's how they bet. They'll bet 10. Oh, I love the Cowboys. That's my team. Or you see some people, they pick the Super Bowl. Well, why'd you pick that team? Oh, I like their colors. That's not how bettors do it. That's not how serious bettors bet.
Okay, what are people using the eye test to tell them right here, right now? Last Thursday night, I can't defend this, we sat and watched with our very own eyes.
And the Thursday before that.
Well, but
and the Sunday before that.
Well, the last one was the one because that was Mitchell Trubisky.
Yeah.
Looking like Lamar Trubisky against the Dallas Cowboys. He ran wild and threw wild on my Cowboys.
And you guys were looking like the Giants.
And what do we see from the Rams? All of a sudden, here they came.
Figured it out.
They went to Kyler Murray and said, watch this. They're up 34-0 after 3 quarters, and they win 34-7. And then here they came on Sunday night, and they made a statement at home against Russell Wilson and the Seahawks.
About to make another
so your eye test is just hitting you between the eyes with, uh-oh, one team has figured it out and the other team still hasn't figured it out. So all of a sudden, they've won 2 straight the Rams have. That's 3 of 4 they've won, and that's 5 out of 7. But I'm going to put this in some perspective. There's one good thing. There's one silver lining about my team that you have to be careful of. They still don't have a shameful loss yet. I thought the loss at the Bears was as embarrassing as it's gotten this year, but it wasn't like Tampa Bay going to L.A. and winning 55-40, or Jimmy G and company just dismantling the Rams in their building 20-7, or the Rams off a bye week going to Pittsburgh and losing to Mason Rudolph 17-12, or dare I say, a recent Monday night when Lamar and company came out to the Coliseum here in La La Land and it was 45-6 Baltimore. I'm just reminded those things happened this year, this season.
It's the way you guys are losing.
Okay.
I mean, y'all losing by double digit at home. And y'all didn't Skip. But here's the thing, Skip. You guys are never really in the game. I mean, the score is like Jerry said. You look at the score, but Jerry said the score is not indicative. You're falling behind 31-3. You're falling behind by 23 touchdowns. And you're coming up short. So, yeah, you got some very demoralizing and discouraging losses.
Okay. So what discourages and demoralizes me about my team is not the offense. It's still explosive. It's still number 1 in yards. It's number 1 in yards per play. It's number 1 in first downs, and it's number 1 in third down conversions.
Where are you?
Those are all good
points.
My defense is pathetic.
Yeah.
It's way overrated. And I've said this from the start. It horrifies me, and it still sounds like Leighton Vander Esch is probably not going to be able to go Sunday.
He might be done for the year, Skip.
It still sounds like Jeff Heath might be done for the year, and now I'm starting to love Jeff Heath after I...
No, yeah, exactly.
He's all I got.
Because you've been trying to replace him for the longest. You wanted Georgia Loca. You wanted everybody to replace him.
You know who I wanted. I wanted that guy in Baltimore. Yeah, give me that guy, and I got Super Bowl, here we come. But Jeff Heath is wearing braces on both shoulders. He's got 2 labrums that are torn. He's a mess.
No, he ain't playing.
Yeah, I just don't think he's going to be able to play. And then Antoine Woods, the anchor of the line, he's got a drug arrest issue going on. That's one thing, and he's injured. So, again, you take the heart out of the defense, and they've fallen down. Now they're 12th in points allowed. Pro Football Focus has them as the 13th best defense. They're just a middle-of-the-pack defense, and it's not good enough.
Hold on. So I'm just trying to figure out how this is the defense point. Defense is a problem. Defense is the problem. You're number 1 in yards as an offensive unit. Jenny, you're number 1 in yards.
Yeah.
You're big strike. You're number 1 in yards per play, and your first and third down conversions.
Yep.
But you're 12th in points scored. How is that the defense's problem?
Because the defense can never set an early tone. We fall behind like crazy, and you know and I know.
Oh!
And finally, Dak said, okay, I got this. And against Buffalo, and then at Chicago, he went whoosh for an early touchdown, and the defense is hapless.
I'm glad you said that, because what is happening is, that lets you know that it's empty calories. Because you fall behind so badly, you get all these yards, but you're not getting any points out of it. You see what's happening, Skip?
You got some points.
You ain't got no point, not enough.
Yeah. Boy,
Green Bay had 34. How many you have?
my quarterback almost made it a game.
No, you didn't. No, see, walk it to him. Made it a game. Not only did he make it a game, he took the game. Snatched it.
Yeah, it was impressive.
From defeat.
Yeah, against the 29th ranked scoring defense.
Whoa. Come on.
Oh. I mean, the Bears are a legit defense.
Look, but you tell me you got a legit offense. You number 1.
Yeah.
So you should be able to move the ball.
Well, we did. We moved it up and down the field.
No, you did not. No.
My quarterback
No, skip it.
224 in the fourth quarter that should have been 276. He had Cedric Wilson right in the hands with another touchdown pass that would have caused an onside
kick. Now, the game I played, now a lot has changed since I retired. And
I know, you guys played only 3 quarters.
Yeah, well, I'm saying, because clearly.
They ended the game after
So they only play 4 quarters. So they start the game, kick off at 1 o'clock. And so you got the fourth quarter, and that's it. Because what is Dak doing the first 3? Why are we in this position? I need to know, why are we here?
Defense isn't good enough.
No. So I just like you always tell me, do you play make it, take it? So if I score a touchdown, don't I have to kick the ball to you? So I kick the ball to you, you go 3 and out. I get it again. I score. I kick the ball back to you. What are you doing? I'm giving you the ball, Skip.
Well, you keep telling me they go as far as Ezekiel Elliott will take them.
But that's not
guess
what you
what? He's not the same anymore.
And your guy, guess what? Your guy got all these yards, and what did he got to show for it? A 6 and 7 resume.
He's got first place to show for it.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
Eagles are in first.
He's sitting pretty.
After this week, the Eagles will be in first.
Well, right now, the Dallas Cowboys, we're deep. We're to week 15. They're still in first place.
Thank you, Beagles. You remember, Skip? In week 16, you guys had Dak, his rookie year, had what? He was number one in what, Skip? QBR. And week 17, when it's ended, what was that? Where was he at?
Okay. Week 17?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
With his rookie year in week
I know.
16, he went to week 17, number one in QBR.
Yeah, and what
But he
happened?
came out. Well, who was number one?
Okay.
He wasn't.
They'd already clinched the division. They went to Philly to play a meaningless game. He threw 8 passes and
All
completed
games
4.
are meaningful.
And it dropped his QBR to 3rd in
If
the
you
league.
don't, so if it's not meaningful, did he collect the check? So tell Jared said, don't stop paying him.
And then he outplayed Aaron Rodgers in a
No, he didn't.
But they had no defense to back
Skip,
him up.
Skip, don't do that. Don't do that.
Well, he did. He threw for 305 and 3 touchdowns. That'll work.
How many of them? I mean, Aaron Rodgers had them raced out to that lead, and you just thought you had something. And Aaron Rodgers said, I'm going to go to Jared. Because it was big shiny.
You know what? I like where my team sits right now.
I know you don't.
I like it.
Oh, no, you don't.
I want a challenge on Sunday, and this is going to